Hello everyone, a very good morning to all of you. In the previous class, we have already finished our chapter number 2. So now we are moving forward to chapter number 3, that is flowchart and programs. So let us first study about a flowchart. In a computer, a set of instructions is implemented to arrive a specific task. A computer program is formed of several sets of instructions or algorithms. So the set of instructions, it means line by line, we are sending the data or we are giving the data to the computer, that is known as an algorithm. Okay, and the set of instructions get together to give a specific result. Now, what is algorithm? An algorithm can be defined as a set of instructions. It means a set of data, important information that can be followed to perform a specific task, such as solving a logical or mathematical problem through calculations and analysis. So let us first discuss about what is an algorithm, which is a part of the flowchart. So the algorithm is a set of information or the set of instructions which we are giving to a computer to perform the specific task. Which type of task, like logical operations like greater than, less than, equal to, or mathematical problems like plus, minus, multiplication, division, modulus and much more. So this all are possible through calculation and analysis. So to perform the specific task, like to perform the logical or the mathematical calculations, a set of instructions is given to a computer, which is known as an algorithm. Okay, so is algorithm clear to you? Fine. Now we will move forward to the flowchart. A flowchart is a graphical representation of the algorithm. So now we have discussed about the algorithm. We all know that what algorithm is. So what is flowchart? The flowchart is a graphical representation. What is graphical representation? It means in the form of lines, rectangle, oval, circle, diamond, triangle. Many graphic or many geometric shapes are used to present an algorithm in a simple way. So that graphical representation of an algorithm in which steps are laid out in a logical order. It is a tool to write a program. So flowchart is a graphical representation of an algorithm. It is used to write the program. Okay, so in a flowchart technique, each operation is represented by drawing a specific geometric shape. As I have already discussed with you, the shapes which are known as a geometric shape. So in the flowchart, all these geometric shape are used to create a program. These flowchart symbols are connected by arrows to illustrate the sequence of operation. It means that if starting from start button, then start button comes to the operations which we want to perform. First we need to get the input from the user, then we need to process the data, then we need to show the output. So all these are connected using the arrows, the down arrow, up arrow. Okay, so if the sequence of the operation is going downstairs, it means first starting the operation, then getting the input, then processing. So everything is going in a proper sequence. So the down arrow is used. Okay, so the following flowchart symbol is connected by the arrows, which shows you the sequence of the operations. A flowchart conveys all the information visually by using standard symbol to represent these different functions. It uses arrows to represent the sequence in which the instruction should be performed. Thus, a flowchart conveys the following information. So, now let us see that which type of information does the flowchart conveys. First, the sequence in which the steps should be performed. It means the program should be written in which proper sequence. First, can you give the output? No. First, you have to get the data from the input, you have to process it, and then you have to give the output. So, everything should be in the proper sequence. The steps involved in obtaining the user input or giving an output. Okay, so which steps are used? First, you have to start the program, then you have to get the input from the user, then you have to process it, and finally you have to give the output. So all the steps of doing this action should be written in a proper manner. Third is the steps describing processing of data. It means how the data can be processed, whether it is calculation, mathematical operations, logical operations. So which type of data is there and which type of operations they want to perform, regarding that the steps should be given. fourth is the different conditions involved in handling the process. It means how we can handle the process if any error is there. For example, anything is divided by 0, then nothing can be divided by 0. That is an error. So how, if something happens, it means different conditions or handling how to handle the error, then following steps should be used to give an error message to the user. And the steps to be repeated, it means which steps you want to repeat. Again, it means first you want to perform the addition between two numbers and three numbers. Okay, so the steps which needed to be repeated, it means flowchart should be written in such a manner that can be repeated. Okay, so now let us move forward to the flowchart symbols, the standard flowchart symbols. Before we start drawing our first flowchart, let's get familiar with the standard flowchart symbols. The very first symbol is start or stop symbol. This symbol is used to indicate the beginning or the end of the sequence of steps. It means every flowchart starts with the start symbol and stops with the stop symbol. Okay, it means a person should know that from where the flowchart begins and from where the flowchart ends. Okay, so this is an symbol of start or stop. The same symbol will be used in the beginning and the same symbol will be used at the end also. Okay, so let us move forward to the another standard symbol, that is input output symbol. This symbol is used to indicate the acceptance of the input from the user or the output of the result concluded. It means this symbol is used to give the input. It means user can give the input through this symbol. Okay, so whatever we want to give to a computer or whatever we want to display from the computer should be written in this symbol. Okay, so this is known as an input output symbol. The third symbol is flow lines. The flowchart symbols are connected with the help of flow lines. The arrow direction represents the flow of sequence. It means how does your document flows. It means the sequence, whether it is downside, whether it is upside, whether it is right side or is it is left side. So where does your document sequence goes? It means it is from the beginning to end or end to beginning, right to left or left to right. Okay, so this all the arrows or all the flow charts are connected between every other symbols. It means between start stop symbol and input output symbol, this arrow lines will be there, which helps you to connect the flow. Okay, next is processing symbol. This symbol is used to represent any step that involves the processing of data. It means this is known as a symbol which is used to process the data. The user is giving anything. For example, if he or she is giving to add two numbers a plus b, then you have to write it here. It means the actual processing will be done using this rectangle symbol. Okay, next is decision box. This symbol is used to represent the step in the algorithm that involves a decision taken on the basis of the specific condition. Decision box may have two branches leading out of it to represent the cases of the condition being true or false. So why this decision is used? For example, if you are preparing a flow chart for the report card, so you can see that is the person pass or fail. So this is called the decision box. It means that you have to write here the condition. If A greater than B, then true, else false. Okay, so this is known as a decision box. So here you have to use, for example, if you are giving the percentage, so you can tell that if A got greater than 90, then first class, else fail, or else second class. Okay, so for the decision making, for giving the condition, for giving the if else condition, this decision box is used. Is it clear to you? Now last standard symbol is, students wait 1 minute, the last standard symbol is connector. This symbol is used to connect any 2 points of the flow chart to indicate the flow or sequence of steps, especially when the flow chart involves multiple steps. So this circle sign is known as a connector, which is used to connect any 2 points of the flow chart. Okay, so any 2 points which we have studied earlier, if we want to connect any of the 2 points, then this connector is used. Okay, it is very rarely used in any of the flow chart, but if we want to connect any of the 2 points which is in the different position, in the different direction, then this is used. Okay, it is used to indicate the flow of the sequence of steps, especially when the flowchart involves multiple steps. It means many steps are given in a single flowchart. Then to connect any two types and to indicate the flow, this connector is used. Okay, so here we have studied about the standard flowchart symbols, about the now the types of flowchart. There are many type of flowcharts like simple flowchart, then branch flowchart, then looping flowchart. About that we will study in our next period. Okay, for now, bye bye, have a great day ahead.